Both of you want the kitties gone. Up out of this backyard forever. Stellar J just does not stop either. I'm surprised that like they have adapted to do that because I feel like those cats could just like
Well, I mean, I think
leap and
cats
grab
are
them.
pretty. They like to be sure when they go in.
Yeah.
Like that's why they do the playing with the prey is because they're trying to wear it out.
Yeah. They like stalking it. They like to make the first move. But I just feel like, all it would take is that cat figuring out like
But it also risks its eye getting poked
I
or
guess.
scratched. So that's why they like to pounce and why they like to play with their prey to make sure it's completely exhausted before they go in for the kill.
Let's see. Whoa. You guys got crowns. They added a thing. Look at that. Well, you can't see it without, but you see how like
I see.
the first person gets the number one crown,
I see.
and then they get to keep it for the whole thing. I guess. Or how does that work? I don't know. It's weird. What did they add? Community leaderboard? There's XP and shit? What is all this? Question mark. What is the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in the live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try it again. You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get it. Send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers, send a gift. So there's like, it's a leaderboard.
So it's not first.
It's not first. It's like, I guess, how many posts you've made.
Yeah.
So people are just going to spam.
Yeah, if I tap the thing, you get to see the whole leaderboard.
Yeah. I was just looking at that. You have a crown too, Nikki. It says you're number 2. There's a bunch of people tied for number 2 right now. It's like Otello, Nikki. So the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're number 2 right now, Nikki. But I don't know how long that's gonna. They're gamifying chat. You better believe it. And you're number 1. You're winning. They're further gamifying chat. This just rolled out. I literally did one of these earlier, and this wasn't a thing. And I have to say, this is the first new thing that YouTube has done with chat in a hot minute. It's kind of interesting. It's also a community button for me. Oh. I hit the community button and it brings up. Okay. All kinds of new chat stuff. Crazy. Yeah, new stuff. They further gamified the chat.
Oh shit!
What?
So also super chats count, so you probably get extra XP for a super chat. So if you really, really want a crown, that's probably the way to get ahead. Is a super chat.
You get dodeca XP for the super chats.
It resets every stream, so it's not like a ongoing thing.
Crazy.
So that's gonna be crazy during the next show if it's rolled out to all the channels.
I think it must be, or I don't know, maybe it's just for shorts.
Or just in a test bracket. They like to do A/B testing, so
Yeah. I tell you what I am going to do, though. I think I'm going to, let's see, community moderation. I'm going to turn slow mode on so people don't just fucking spam their dumb fucking dicks off.
yeah.
Chat filter. All messages. We want that. And then we want message delay. Slow mode. And number there? There we go. Cool. Slow mode. I think slow mode is a good middle ground for the monkey button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a spam guy. You don't like waving around and screaming the same thing over and over again doesn't get you attention other than banned. What was your favorite age to be? So far, 45. I'm liking getting older. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know if it's just like muddy memories, but my 20s are rough, man. My 20s were tough. You know, like I had a lot of fun and stuff, but man, I was broke and scared a lot. Oh shit. Clay's memes just dumped a fat 50. What was that for, sir? What did I do to deserve that? I don't know how the crown works, bro. He's not even on the list. How fruity is that? Maybe it just ain't working because it looks like the list is locked on who was first. Giving away before it? Oh. Well, thanks, bud. That's kind of you. Money for Paul. Thanks. That's very nice. What's your channel about? You're looking at it. I sit out on my back porch in the woods. Most of the time it's during the day so you can see my trees, but now it's just pitch dark. But I smoke weed and I talk to the chat, you know. Me last $2. Oh, well, I hope you do get paid soon. Excuse me. That's some spicy weed, Jesus. There we go. I look alone. I'm not, though. I'm married. I've got pets. I've got family. I've got fucking 12 nieces and nephews. Stop smoking. It's killing your lungs. Bro, slow down. Why are you guys in such a fucking... You're in such a hurry to get your shit out that you misspell every word? You end up sounding like a chopped up fucking cave person? Chill it out. Uncle is greater than parenthood, yes. Because you can just like send them home. And then there's somebody else's problem for most of the time. Why did I start smoking? Well, right now I'm smoking weed. And the answers to those things are different, right? If you're talking about in general, like cigarettes, started smoking cigarettes because I wanted to look cool. I started smoking weed because I wanted to feel cool. Yeah. I started smoking weed when I was 13, 12, 13-ish. Started smoking cigarettes when I was 16. And I've pretty much done it my whole life since. So you regret smoking? Uh, yeah, I mean, maybe. More so cigarettes than weed, probably. Do you think weed is addictive? Yes. Different drugs are addictive in different ways and to different degrees, right? I don't think weed is one of the most addictive drugs, but I think it's addictive for sure, psychologically addictive. The question is smoking required to get to this point in your life? I don't know, man. Maybe it was. I don't know. I can't tell you. Who are you and what's your story? Oh. My name is Paul Zigo. I'm a college dropout. I've been a podcaster for about 10 years. That's how I make my money. I work for myself. I live in the woods. I smoke a lot of dank ass weed. I'm married. No kids. Yeah, there you go. You can cut log and sell as side money. I don't need side money. The tree is worth more to me standing. Laid it out, plain and simple. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? That's the story. Mm. 45 is still young. I'll tell you this, it doesn't feel young. I don't feel young anymore. Are you off or on the grid? I'm on the grid. You're a pizza chit. A pizza chit? That's fucked up, bro. Don't call me a pizza chit. Hello, hello. I'm at work, Austin, Texas. Get off at 3 a.m. Then, ooh, okay. Trying 30 this year. Life is starting to set in. Yeah, it does start to set in around 30. You're like, oh shit. I remember 30 for me was like, fuck, am I supposed to be doing something? I had this feeling of like, is there something I'm supposed to be doing that I ain't? Because I'm fucking 30. That went away quick. That only lasted to like 31, 32. you know. Then I realized, you know what I realized? Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. I used to think that people had it together. And then I learned the truth. Everybody's flying by the seat of their pants, making it up as they go along, faking it till they make it. And that's what you do too. And it's all gravy train after that. Once you figure that out, you know, that's the key. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Nobody knows what they really want to be doing or what they really should be doing. You know, you do your best. What is warm weather in the U.S.? It's about 20 degrees. Yeah, we measure it different, so I can't tell you, man. Warm weather would be like 70 degrees, between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. You can do the calculation and figure it out yourself. Not a redneck or a writer, really, but other than that, I guess we both have beards. So, good observation, real sharp observation. Anybody else think this guy's got a beard like this guy? Wow, man, what a fucking sharp. Dude, you must be top of the class. That's a sharp, astute observation right there, friend. The realization that no one knows what's going on was so scary for me as a people pleaser. You look to other people for what to do. Glad I'm putting a stop there. Yeah. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Everybody's lost, and the most successful people make it up as they go. AC/DC anyway? Anyone? No thanks. They annoy the fuck out of me. You know what AC/DC makes me think of? Old women my mom's age bouncing around on their bad knees and then getting tired and having to go sit it out. She was a fast machine to get a motor clean. Yeah. That's what I think of. Why, though? They were the shit. Keyword were. Alice in Chains? Nope. Annoying fucking voice. Sorry, I hate Lane Staley's voice. I can't stand it. It sounds like he's singing straight out of his nose holes. Like, I can't listen to that shit, bro. Dude, am I asking for tips? Am I asking for beauty tips? Did I accidentally name the stream asking dumbass motherfuckers for beauty tips? Because I sure am getting a whole lot of unsolicited beauty tips from motherfuckers with no profile pic. You gonna give me a beauty tip? Put a picture of your dumbass face in the little circle next to your name. I like to know what's firing tips at me. Thanks. You thought that was the title? You might be retarded. Have you gone to get tested for retard? I hear it's going around right now, so And better safe than sorry, you know what I mean? It's catching right now. You just caught a case? Oh no. Caught a body? Oh no. Sophia, what have you done? Oh. God damn it. Ain't found a way to kill me yet. Eyes burn with stinging sweat. Seems every path leads me to nowhere. Scotty lied. People died. Oh. I love it when people type shit like that. Like, oh, hey, bud. Fancy bumping into you. Like we just like we're passing in the street or something. Yeah, I'm not a singer, so. It's the train hat. Digital street passing, to be fair. Yeah, but it's kind of awkward, bro. Because it's like you say oh when you're startled. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't expect to bump into you here, friend. It's 2:41, and it's my birthday. No, I will not sing you happy birthday. Scotty realized he messed up when ending the show early. We realized pretty quickly. I don't know if it was him that ended the show or me, though. And we both went for the button, so I don't know who hit it first. But whatever, shit happens. Aren't all Americans British, since British Europeans came to America when natives were here first? Aren't all Europeans Mongolians? Aren't all Mongolians Denisovans? Aren't all Denisovans some other near human creature? I mean, how far back does this go? I don't get the question. You act like an entire new subspecies was born when Europeans landed over here. Or that we're forever connected to where our great 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 grandparents might have come from. We're human beings, bro. We thrive in pretty much every biome on this planet. Watching from the Philippines. Cool. I don't smoke soggy rats. Man. Some people just type like they got straight up fucking brain damage, bro. Country am I from? The United States of America. I'd love to see no flags at all. What state? I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I don't really say what state, but what do you think of Alien Romulus? It was okay. It's the 4th best Alien movie. You talked to Pimp Monk at all in the last few years? No. I ain't heard hide nor hair of Pimp Monk since he got rich and famous. So Germany, Russia, and America. Germany, British are all white people just living in different locatioba. I need to rank the Alien movies. I kind of already have. Number 1, Aliens. Number 2, Alien. Number 3, Alien 3. Number 4, Alien Romulus. Number 5, Alien Prometheus. Number 6, Covenant. Number 7, Alien 4, Resurrection. There you go. You got it. There's your ranking. Paul, do you cringe when people come to the show and DFF to the trauma dump? I do, yes. I do. It's very cringe. And more than a little sad. No AVP on the list. They don't deserve to be on the list. They're not alien movies. They're movies in which aliens appear. Long as Paul peered into the void. Yes. What I think about Skibidi Toilet? I think your band says it all, bud. Can't ban these guys quick enough. I know. Ghoul and Otello, I mean, they're sharpshooters, bro. What do you expect? Well, I mean, your tolerance is probably low because it's been extra fucking dog shit tonight. Extra dog shit. Yeah, I like Nirvana's version of Lake of Fire. I think it's got a little bit like more pizzazz than the original, but I do like the original still. The Meat Puppets version keeps the same tone, like the same key. Where do bad folks go when they die? They don't go to heaven where the angels fly. Go to a lake of fire and fry. See him again till the 4th of July. Right? And then the Nirvana version goes, where do bad folks go when they die? They don't go to heaven where the angels fly. They go to a lake of fire and fry. Right? Is there any Nirvana covers you don't like, or at least not as good as the original? I'll be honest with you. I prefer the original version of Plateau. I think that's probably the only one that I would say I genuinely prefer the original version. I like the Meat Puppets version of Plateau better than Kurt's cover. I feel like the Plateau, the way that he chose to sing it, pushed his voice to the absolute raggedy edge and maybe even a little too far beyond it. Kurt kind of forgot some lyrics on his Lake of Fire cover, if I remember correctly, but it's great. That's neat. Is this Paul from Drunken Peasants Podcast? Yes. I am Paul Zico, the wise and merciful. Nobody wants to watch me smoke a cigarette. Then why did somebody want to not only do that, but hang around long enough to type that shit out? Riddle me that. I'm about yay close. It's almost monkey button time tonight. It's that, oh man, I'm so close. You know what? I have to do it. I have to do it. Monkey button. Jesus. So many fucking full-blown apes tonight. So I tell you what, you can feed me if you want to talk. Subscribe or shut the fuck up. There you go. Whew, god damn. Fucking apes, dude. Absolute fucking apes. Another depression soon? Nah. When the depression happened, money was still something real. Like every dollar was tied to a dollar's worth of gold. Money's now just a theory. Money exists theoretically. And so long as money can be created and destroyed because it has no actual substance, it's not matter, it's a concept, we're fine. We're definitely not in a depression, Jareth. They're arguing right now about whether or not we're in a recession. What's on my mind tonight? Oh, bro. I don't know. Was in a bad mood kind of a little bit earlier. And I threw on one of my Happy Place movies, and it helped quite a bit. I watched Rushmore, which that movie, I don't know what it is about that movie. That movie makes me smile every goddamn fucking time I see it. And almost a little teary every time I see it. There's just something beautiful about that film. There's not one country in the world that uses the gold standard. Why? It doesn't work. It doesn't work if your intent is to create a fiat currency. It works and worked just fine until it was stripped away by, I think it was Nixon that stripped away the gold standard, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it Reagan? I can't remember. When money is theoretical, you can just add a zero. Just throw a zero on there. It's all a big fucking fantasy anyway. Racist? Like, that is the fucking weakest ass trolling, bro. The weakest trolling ever. Dude subscribed to say that too, by the way. Subscribed to type one word and get banned. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Imagine if Trump just mints $1 trillion coin and crashes the world economy. Oh, dude, I can only get so hard. All value is an illusion. Something is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. No. 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 If that were true, the economy would be fine. And there would probably be maybe 1 billionaire in the world. Jesus Christ. Am I going to have to put like a delay? I guess I'm gonna. People are just willing to hit it tonight. Maybe I should just leave it that way. Let's see. Subscribers for 5 minutes only. Okay, there we go. Now they gotta sit crisscross applesauce and they have to wait 5 whole minutes to say their stupid shit. We gotta go double monkey button, yeah. Just adding the subscribe layer had retards fucking flowing in here like it was nobody's business. Now the dumb fucks have to just sit there, crisscross applesauce, and shut the fuck up for 5 whole minutes. Something tells me they're not gonna do that, so. But we'll see. We'll see if in 5 minutes there's a flash of fucking moronism. This is kind of funny. If this was the first time that I had sat down and dealt with an absolute swarm of morons, it would be kind of funny for me. But I've literally done this 1,000 times. No. No, I probably could have set it to 1 minute, but I wanted to be sure. So now it's 5 minutes. That'll effectively end it. There'll be 1 or 2. Don't know what $2 Canadian buys. Hope it's good. Hey, I don't know. Should buy a stick of chewing gum somewhere. You know, we're good. Thank you. Yeah. And the bar is literally a millimeter off the ground. That's the saddest thing about it. Every person that gets banned out of here is a referendum on the average intelligence of human beings. Because I swear to God, bro, if I saw you guys trimming or clapping somebody that had a brain in their head, I'd fucking tell you to reverse it. But you guys are 99.99% accurate with your bans based on the 70 IQ rule. And it's just like, fuck, bro. It's mind blowing to watch how many people are just fucking retarded. I'm not talking about like, that guy doesn't know much. Guy didn't go very far in school. I'm talking about how does this motherfucker wipe his ass? Is there a nuclear monkey button contingency? Yeah, just turn the chat off. Have you seen teachers sharing their students' inability to spell basic words? Yes. There's a couple of teacher subreddits that I browse from time to time, and they are literally overrun with stories about how they don't know what to do because children in their class are 3 grades behind where they're supposed to be. And nothing seems to work, and there's too many of them. Yeah. The iPad babies, bro. How'd that guy spell it earlier? Soigerats? Yes. Yeah. Soigerats. He told me to stop smoking Soigerats, and that was the closest he could get to cigarette. Was Soigerat. Not even fucking kidding you, bro. Yeah, they have no emotional
That's not even-
regulation. That's true too. Yeah.
It's not even kindergarten level phonics. I feel like a kindergartner would get closer
Probably.
if it was, you know, a properly educated kindergartner. Granted,
Yep.
which is probably hard to find.
Yep. Where do band folks go when they die? They create another alt with another try. That's true. They do. Everyone always claims that their baby is the smartest. Dude, nobody's baby is smart. That shit makes me sad. Like the society failing that person, right? Well, it's kind of like society failing itself at this point because, you know, if education is bad, the safety net's supposed to be the parents. And if the parents are bad, the safety net is supposed to be education. Both safety nets are failing one another in tandem. And yeah, so it's not just an educational failure. In fact, I put probably about 80% of the weight of iPad babies and literal retarded kids that can't type a sentence, can't read a book, etc. I put about 80% of that on parents.
Well, like, there's so much teaching your kid that can be done about reading.
Yeah.
Super early.
Yeah.
Before they even get in school.
I was sounding out words before I was in fucking kindergarten. My parents sat me down, plopped me down, and read to me from I was a little baby, and that's all it took.
It's so easy. You just sit down with your kid, run your finger under the words while you're reading them. Boom.
Yep.
Teaching your kid how to read.
But there are so many parents that can't even be fucked to do that, or they're laboring under the misapprehension that an app is better at doing that than a human being. Either way, it's fucked over 2 generations.
Well, because an app doesn't work because you can. I'll just start grouping the symbols as like a puzzle rather than reading.
An app doesn't work because it strips away the social context.
Yeah.
That's why the app doesn't work. The app might help the kid learn how to sound out a word, but it's not going to help the kid to learn how to speak to another human being, how to read out loud, etc., etc., etc.
But also, like, if it's gamified, it can be treated like a puzzle rather than reading.
It engages a different part of the brain than reading does. It's a nightmare. It's not even a good thing to hand your kid these apps. They're demonstrably bad for children. What's a good thing to do is to spend some time teaching your kids things. Read to them, watch things that are educational together, take them on a trip every once in a while and teach them something.
I had an in between. I don't know if you ever saw them. They were called leap pads.
Yes.
You don't like the leap pads
Nope.
either.
Nope. I don't like any gadget or gizmo that replaces time that a kid could be spending talking to their parents and learning from their parents and spending time with a sibling or a friend. Dude, we are watching the social collapse
Well, at least the leap
of the West.
it had physical pages. You would just run the pen over it and it would read it to you.
Whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm almost at the point where any kids I have are gonna have wooden toys. Bro, I'm telling you right now, if
Kid will
some
fucking love a wooden toy if that's
oh
all you
yeah,
give it.
yeah, if that's all dude, if that's what a kid knows, it'll fucking go batshit for some Lincoln
Like,
logs.
remember one of the first gifts we got? That little baby niece was like that little hammer set.
Oh yeah, and
That
she was
kid
just
fucking loved that hammer.
oh my god, she was just bonking everything. They had to take it away from her because she was bonking things that wasn't supposed to be bonked with it. That's the thing with kids, man. People fucking shower children in meaningless shit, but won't spend 10 minutes with them. The 10 minutes it took you to go fucking onto Amazon and add it to your cart, or the fucking hour and 20 minutes it took you to drive to the fucking mall and buy it for your kid or whatever, why don't you spend that with your kid? If more people did that, less opening their wallet, less throwing the tablet at their kid, more spending time with kids, we wouldn't be facing a crisis. And make no bones about it, dude, all I gotta do is turn fucking slow mode off and you'll see the crisis. Turn the monkey button off, you guys will see the crisis. It's just like literal fucking subhuman intelligence. Like, we're going backwards. Like, it's like we're undoing the Enlightenment. And about 60% of people in this country have gone right back into the Dark Ages. They can't read a book. And that number's going to go not down, it's going to go up. We're going backwards. Going the wrong direction. I talk about this a lot because I see it as the fundamental problem that we face. You can't like reason out complex politics and political action and stuff if people are too retarded to read a flyer. Like, we're fucked. People are too stupid to do anything other than hammer on emojis in a chat. Well, I gotta tell you, dude, for every one person with half a brain in their head, I meet 20, 30, 40, 50 that are just fucking unsalvageable human beings. It angers me that it is so blatantly obvious in society, yet people, well, that's because it's society. There's got to be a name for it. Someone else should do something about that, right? Nobody ever sees the big fucking arrow pointing at themselves. So there's probably parents right now whose kids are in the living room with iPads or playing the fucking video games or some shit, right? And they're probably in the other room talking about how bad it is to let kids do that and how other people should really rein their kids in.
Or, like, I can't believe my kid isn't writing full sentences yet. Someone ought to do something at that school.
Right. It's like, what? Someone ought to do something. Someone else ought to do something. It's like almost like the Kitty Genovese thing. Kitty Genovese was beaten to death in the middle of the street in full view of like 180 people, and not a single one of them called for help, because what went through their minds was, oh man, somebody should call. Hopefully somebody's called. I won't call because surely somebody's called. It's the same thing with the avalanche of functionally retarded kids we're dealing with. Everybody seems to know it's a problem, and everybody I talk to goes like, oh yeah, iPads are crazy bad for kids. But every time I go in public, I see kids with iPads running around. Or not running around, sitting blank stared in places they used to be running around. So, I don't know what to make of that. Yeah, the lobotomy stare. Mouth always open. That's how you know an iPad kid. Can't even be fucked to tighten their jaw muscles to keep their fucking yapper closed. Just like a grouper, bro. Like an old ass fucking Billy the Big Mouth bass sitting on the bottom of the fucking lake. I don't blame the kids. I bring it up now to shame the parents. And I do blame the kids once they get old enough. Yeah. Once they're in their 20s, bro, you got the internet. There is no excuse. You know you're stupid as fuck. You've been told. But up until a certain point, I blame your parents. There's one of them. There's one of them that kicked back for 5 minutes plus to drop that message. Can you imagine it? Unbelievable, bro. Dude, the stuff I watched was complete trash. The thing was is that I also read books, listened to music, went outside, got in trouble, we chased girls, you know, the huge. It's not about the shit that they're watching being garbage. That's all kids' TV has always been garbage. It's about that being all they do. And make no bones about it, there were kids in my generation who did nothing but watch TV all day. And the long-term studies are in on them. Anybody want to take a guess how those look? Spoiler alert, not good. Higher instances of social phobia, higher instances of anxiety, higher instances of depression, higher instances of personality disorder, etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. What do you think the long-term studies on cell phones and pads are going to be? I'm going to guess not good. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if we find a correlation between autism diagnoses and early exposure to screens. Better than TV, you think? You think so? Guess we'll see. Kids should only have access to Wikipedia, like learning websites. They shouldn't even really have access to that shit until they're in their fucking teens. When you're 13, you can get on the fucking internet and look shit up on Wikipedia. Yeah. Other than to look things up for a research paper, there is no reason whatsoever for a child to be on the internet. I can't even think of a reason. There isn't one. Has a lot to do with the erosion of the third place. No, I know. I understand that. Trust me, I'm blaming the parents that have allowed these things to erode. And a lot of that is on parents too, because the third place hasn't so much as eroded as parents allowing their kids to go to that third place unsupervised has eroded. You know what I'm talking about? There's still parks, there's still fucking gaming stores and arcades and shit. I've been around, bro. I live right near Seattle. Dude, there's shit everywhere for kids. You don't see any of them because their parents are afraid that somebody's going to pull them into a white van or some shit, so they never go anywhere. Won't even let kids walk around the block alone on Halloween. Even though crime is like drastically down since the 80s when I was a kid. Drastically. Violent crime is drastically down since then. Now you know what fucking Halloween looks like? Fucking big old roided up dad with a mag light. What's up? Just drop the candy in there, man. Don't touch my kid. Fuck you. I turn my lights out and shit. I don't even buy the candy no more. I'm a humbug on that shit. I'll pass on that. You know, if it was a fun thing for kids, I'd do it. But there ain't nothing fun about being chaperoned around by your brolic ass dad with a mag light. People are just fucking crazy, bro. True crime shit has made people think that everybody's trying to diddle their kid. That their kid is just in danger of being snatched up any second of any day. It's created a fucking like 3-4 generations of paranoiacs now. Paranoiac parents that have squirted out fucking little helicopter children that are never allowed to be outside of their sight. Dude, the poison Halloween candy thing never happened, and most kids that are abducted by people they know, not strangers. But you can't tell this to parents. You talk to a parent, I'm not letting my kid walk around the block outside of my sight. Somebody could snatch them up. Dude, if you think somebody's going to snatch your kid up, you need to look at your contacts. You need to look at your family and your close friends, because that's who does it. The dude in the white panel van is pretty much an urban legend. I'm not saying it's never happened. I'm saying the vast majority of abductions are a parent, a grandparent, an uncle, an aunt, a neighbor, etc. Like a friend of the family neighbor, not somebody around the corner and down the street that you've never met. But you can't tell that to a parent. They would rather their kid sit there and literally be made autistic with the lack of social interaction than risk the non-existent chance that their kid's going to get abducted or some shit or fucked with. And they're watching it happen. They're watching kids flunk out of school and going, who's going to do something? It's like, how about you? Shut off the fucking internet. Take the phone away from them. Take the iPad away from them. Force them to develop an interest. Allow them a little fucking leeway to go around and run around the neighborhood and get in trouble a couple of times. Be a psychotic, paranoid helicopter parent. And you know what that always comes with, too? You can't tell me how to raise my kid. It's like the double-decker shit sandwich, right? Extra piece of bread in the middle, so you get 2 turds instead of 1. And these motherfuckers will stubborn, plug their ears, and tra-la-la their way to raising a bunch of fucking people that can't read, can't hold down a job, and already aren't moving out of the house till 30, 35. Got no ambition, got no ability to go out there and struggle it. Just listless, layabout, do-nothings. Obsessed with cartoons, obsessed with anime. Who's buying them all that shit? Mom and dad. Who's aiding and abetting this fucking sweaty mess? Mom and dad. Who created the autistic weirdo in the other room that can't relate to people outside of the internet? Mom and dad. Who created the motherfucker that's so deep in 13 fantasies that they can't even talk about something with another human being? That was mom and dad. Uh-oh. You mean I'm the bad guy? Yeah. Try telling that to a parent. No, seriously. It's going to be 2 generations of Jared Genesis. %, it all comes back to the parents. 100%. Full blown. I'm wondering how this works. Is it how many of is it listening for when I read? To get conspiratorial, do you think that this was low-key socially engineered by the capitalists to weaken us to the point at which they can rob us blind without knowing it? I don't think it was socially engineered on purpose, but I think they helped it. They certainly didn't step in. Like, I don't know that they necessarily planned it out the way it's worked, but maybe. But I like to think that they just were like, oh, parents are really going to let their kids sit there in front of this shit? Okay, well, let's load it up with ads. We're rich. That's basically what I think it is. Oh, I hand about 80, 90% of it to parents. You can blame the other 10% on corporations, the government, culture, teachers, education system, etc. You can spread the blame. That you can slice up that last 10% pie however you want. That other 90%'s right on mom and dad. 100% of the time, 90%. Okay? The rich absolutely do not want an educated populace, but parents still hold a degree of... Oh, I already read that, bro. Same with boomer hate, which they deserve much of. But the people who raise them don't get enough blame. Well, sure. I mean, the whole generational hate thing is such a horoscope anyway. I lean into it because it's just such a part of the lexicon right now. But I look at it, honestly, like I look at, you're a Pisces, you're a fucking Taurus. It's the same shit. It's tea leaves, it's tarot cards, it's palmistry. I just remembered something. Oh, shit. Redacted. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know how it works. A clip of the new Dora Explorer, and they had her teaching kids what Sigma meant. Huh? You know, parents have got it tough, and kids have got it tough. I'm not trying to be a heartless, judgmental bastard, but when the aggregate is 60% of kids can't read a book, 60% of adults read at or below a fourth grade level with numbers like that, I'm sorry, dude. My empathy cup runneth a little dry. Put a condom on if you ain't got the time or the money. Anywho, I think I'm out of here.